There should be sound now. Okay, hello and welcome to Saro Dog Training. My name is Saro. I'm a dog trainer, also coach dog owners. In this live session, we were going to talk about dogs and answer your dog-related questions. If you're not new here, in this channel, we focus on training dogs using play and praise rather than using force, domination, food or treats, or aversive tools or methods. Uh, just wanted to also let you know that you can ask your dog related questions in the chat area. Uh, and if you could type in the question as well as your dog's age, breed, and sex as well, will help with the answer. I have one question that it's already been given previously. Let me just bring that up. So it's from Venkat Krishnan. His question is, I have a beagle who barks continuously while we are having lunch or dinner. No matter what I do or say, he won't listen. Can you please help me to build communication with him so he will listen to me and stops barking or this behavior? Thanks in advance. So when a beagle is barking and asking for either food or you know wants to be given food or attention, basically, and barking, is it just basically wants attention. And when he's doing that, it's basically is telling you that, first of all, I need attention. Second of all, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I think this is normal for me to do. I should do this. And third of all, it's not physically and mentally stimulated enough. That's why it's doing that. Or you have been practicing, allowing your dog or your puppy or your beagle to practice this behavior often, and when he was puppy or younger, and um, now he's that a bit older, he has become a learned behavior. So it's part of its life. It feels like this is what I'm supposed to do, and it does it, and it doesn't know anything else to do. So you have to basically start teaching your dog that this is not what we are going to do. So first of all, the prevention would be better. So this is a good lesson for everybody to learn, that if you're eating or if you're having dinner food, uh, don't share the food with your dog just because they don't understand the difference between whether you are sharing the food now, just this time, or it's going to be all the time. So dogs are kind of black and white dogs, animals. What that means is it's either yes or no. You either share the food or you don't share the food, and they don't feel bad or great about whether you share or not, as long as you stick to the plan and you share or you not share, then it would be easier for this behavior to be managed. Second of all, if you have done this with your dog, uh, most common example that I give to dog owners is some dog owners, they tell me that, oh, I want my dog to get on this couch but not this couch, and whenever I want, whenever guests arrive, I don't want my dog to get on the couch. So the thing is, you can't say you can get on this couch on this day and not on those days. You have to tell your dog either yes or no. You can get on the couch all the time, or you can't get on the couch. Be clear to your dog so they have a clear understanding of what they're supposed to do. So you feed your dog, and you have to continuously feed your dog, table feeding, or don't feed your dog. If you have done that, then the way you communicate to for them to stop doing that is either you place your dog in a different room, in a crate, in somewhere else while you're having dinner, uh, or ask your dog to basically sit or lie down and stay away from the table. That is a good a good exercise if you could do that with your dog. It's a good exercise if you could teach your dog a few commands and practice them during the lesson, the dinner, or the food that you're while you're having food on your table. Just teach your dog a few commands, and that's how you build that communication system. Just starting by going through the obedience and teaching your dog obedience. Obedience is a great form of communication with dogs. Many dog owners, they don't realize that there is no communication system between dogs and dog owners, and we have to kind of uh, build that communication. Dogs don't automatically know how to communicate to us, and or we don't know how to communicate to dogs. Obedience teaches and allows you to build that communication system between you and your dog, so therefore you can um, have a better communication system and better relationship with your dog as well. Um, just to remind everybody as well that the puppy training course is back on my website. Puppy training and also dog training without the use of treats is back on the website. And now you can also register separately for these courses. For time being, they are going to be back, and you can use them as long as you want. Uh, but beside the puppy training and dog training without the use of treats program, I have my own signature program that you can join in, um, where you can work with me one-on-one. The puppy training one-on-one and dog training without the use of treats are the course that you learn on your own speed. You can learn at your own terms. Once you register, the program is right there and you can get started. Whereas my signature program, you get this, plus you get my personal coaching, and also um, you get my weekly support as well, weekly coaching calls, which we call it coaching calls, which are my weekly support that you can ask your questions, and I help you with every little issue that you're having. Just a reminder that these courses are back and you can register them as whenever you want. All right. Jeff Tachinsky is here. Um, Bernadoodle, Gabe, want to stop him from diving for stick structures and when at heel. He's 10 months old. So you have a Bernadoodle, his name is Gabe. You want him to stop when at heel. Okay. And gets distracted and goes for stuff. I'm guessing that's the problem that you're having. Uh, Basically, when it comes to heal command, first of all, the heal command shouldn't be very long. It should be short for temporary situations that the dog is either in a situation you want to pass by some area or there's something. The heel should be temporary, shouldn't be throughout the walk itself. So what I mean by that is you can't ask the dog to heel more than, I would say, more than 5 minutes, unless your puppy is fully trained to do that. The heel is, first of all, uh, is a command that it takes a while for the dog to learn, and to heel with the human for more than 5 minutes. That's too much to ask, especially that you have a 10 months old. I think it's too early to ask your puppy to heel more than 5 minutes. Second of all, I don't recommend to heel throughout the walk itself, like all the walk to be healed. Dogs need to have that freedom to walk freely, uh, to sniff and pick up the sticks and go and pick up rocks and live. That's their motivation in a way for life. To be free, to be doing whatever they want, to touch and taste and feel the environment. That's how they learn how life is, right? And you have to allow your puppy to have that freedom to go and taste and touch everything, um, so they can be much more healthier. When you stop a dog from experiencing life and you, for example, use the heel command, or you push your dog to be walking right beside you on a heel command, um, it stresses dogs. It's not healthy. It's not ideal. Again, I would use the heel command when there is temporary area or situation that I have to put my dog on a heel command and pass by something. Let's say there's an old lady coming, and my dog tends to jump on people, loves people, and jumps on people, and I don't want my dog to jump on this old lady. I would put my dog on a heel command and I'll pass by this old lady. If we, for example, go to a community event and there are tables of food on the tables and all that, and I don't want my dog to go and sniff the food or touch the food or anything, I'll put my dog on a heel and pass by that table. That's what I mean. But temporary is just for time being. It's not something that you want to teach or practice with your dog for a long term. um, it's not a command that you use for long term, unless you're training your dog as a to be an army, or to be a protection dog, the military type style of dog, military style of training. Then you could put your dog on a longer heel, but you have to teach your dog to heel, and that takes time. A 10 months old, I don't think is still capable of doing more than 5 minutes. Is still 5 minutes still is too much for a puppy to do, to go on a heel. So I hope that helps. All right. If there are any other questions, please let me know. I will answer them. One more thing that I wanted to mention is, um, again, a reminder to everybody that when we talk about, providing a dog's five essential needs, many of you are aware of this formula, but some of you are not completely clear about what that is, what those are. Um, when we talk about a dog's five daily essential needs, what it means is basically providing what a dog needs. A dog as an animal has different needs than you do, and the things that you provide for yourself or your family, for in order to be healthy and happy and well lived, are different things than the dogs. You need a lot of things, such as your car, your uh, glass of wine, your gym time, your friends, and this and that and that, in order to be healthy and happy and motivated to live. But in dogs' world, they don't look for many material stuff. They look for more emotional, mental things. Stimulus for them are more important. So one of them is exercise. The other thing is training. Training, you would think, okay, this is a man-made thing, it's not a dog thing. But dogs Training in general is a communication, basically. And dogs, they do communicate to each other all the time. But the problem with humans and dogs is that they don't learn to communicate together to each other. Uh, so you don't know what your dog is thinking or your dog is saying. So therefore, you're not reading your dog's behavior properly. Therefore, you're not providing what your dog needs. Therefore, your dog doesn't understand what it's supposed to do and how it's supposed to live with humans, and does stuff that in your opinion is a bad behavior, but in your dog's mind is something that they're trying to communicate to you. So training is not just to teach the dog to sit and stay and all that. It's a communication system between you and your dog. So dogs do this to each other. They communicate through body language and energy and just the way they feel about each other. They can communicate it clearly, but humans and dogs, they don't have a clear communication. So training is very important here. Next is dogs are uh, because social animals, they need socialization. So you need to socialize them with many, not only dogs, but a lot of stuff that you have to expose them to the real environment that they are going to live. Wherever they are, the environment is is uh, is a good opportunity for them to be socializing with, and also the people and the dogs and the animals that are included in that environment. The next thing is care. Care is something is not only just to care for their what they eat. It's also the way they feel physically, the way they feel emotionally, and the way they feel with, you take care of their medical needs or their emotional needs, uh, um, brushing them, cutting their nails, taking them to the groomer, or you groom them. All these things are part of care. And the last thing a dog also needs is affection. Affection is something that most dogs mainly focus on this, which is great, but it's one of the last things that a dog needs. And as you can see here, I'm saying in this order, all these needs need to be provided in this order. So affection is the last thing the dog needs. You need to provide affection to your dog, but as long as you have provided proper form of exercise, training, socialization, and then care, then you can share affection. Don't just share affection for no reason, just because, and don't start the day with just affection. Start the day with proper exercise. So, one more time, exercise is physical stimulation, training is mental stimulation, socialization is a social stimulation, care is physiological stimulation, and affection is emotional stimulation. So they need all these stimulations to be provided, or these needs to be provided to them in order for them to be healthy, happy, and well behaved. And remember, you have to provide these daily five essential needs in this order. Start the day with the exercise every day. Start with some form of exercise. Do some form of training or communication uh, practices and exercises with your dog. Allow your dog to socialize with the environment. Provide a fantastic food and diet and care, and then share affection. If you can't provide these other four things that are here, don't share affection. Don't share affection until you are able to provide all these four. If you can't, don't share affection. Affection is not going to help you to have a good dog. Many people say, if I share affection with my dog is going to love me and it's going to listen to me. No, if you want your dog to love you, you got to provide what it needs. If you don't provide what it needs, a dog is not going to be able to build a relationship with you. And therefore, it's not going to love you, it's not going to listen to you as well. All right, I think, is there any other question that you want me to answer? If there aren't any other questions, we're going to end the session right here. I'm going to wait for a minute if anybody has any question. All right, I think there are no questions. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this session. If you have any questions and come up with questions and you're watching this video after it's live, yeah, if you come up with any questions, you can type in the questions in the comments area, and or you can comment in any of my videos. If you want to work with me and if you want to be an educated dog lover and have a well-behaved and healthy and happy dog, make sure to check out my website, and I'm going to leave all the information in the description that you can go ahead and set up a session to have a video call with me, which is a free video call. It's where I will learn if I can be a good coach for you. I can help you with your dog's issues that you're having. And it's an opportunity for you to learn if I'm the ideal coach and trainer for you. It's a program that I've created. It's my signature program. It's called Perfect Dog Plan. I've had many students who have been very happy with it, and we're still working with some of them. This program is ideal for puppies, adult dogs, and dogs with behavioral issues. You get a training program that it uses no treats, no food, no force, no domination, no being alpha method of dog training. We use only play and praise to train dogs and educate you. You get a lifetime access to the program. You also get weekly coaching calls where you can ask your questions and solve all your problems that you're having on that time. We have monthly workshops as well, depending on the group's weaknesses. You get one-on-one support from me. There are lessons that you can go on your own and learn on your own. It's a lifetime support, lifetime program. And as I said, it's a unique method that there is no other program like this on the planet. So far, I haven't found that program myself. So it's a fun, simple, effective method of dog training, and it's a program that it's going to help you with all your dog training issues that you're having. So if you're interested, all you have to do is go to my website, sarodogtraining.com, and book a free call with me, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Okay? All right. That's it for the day. Oh, there are a couple of questions. Gene Tarwater actually is one of my students. Jeannie. Hi, Sarah, Jeannie and Lucy from Chicago. No questions, just tuning in now. Thanks. Oh, great. Thank you very much. Ziggy Beagle Music is my soul is in the house. Is there a kibble you like or suggest? Oh, you opened the can of worm. I do not suggest any kibble. Kibble is basically, I only suggest to have it in case of emergency. That's what we have our kibble for. Just in case if there's an emergency and we can't get any food out there, and everywhere is closed and there's no food, uh, then that's the last chance. That's the last source or last option that I would use kibble. Kibble shouldn't be your dog's main diet. That therefore I can't suggest any kibble. There is a Here's the thing: there are cheap kibbles and there are expensive kibbles, right? Um, they're all the same. No matter if you buy the cheapest or the more expensive one, they're all the same. The reason for that is because they're all processed the same way. They're highly processed. They're highly toxic to dogs. They don't have any nutritional value. They're just fillers. They don't provide all the dog's nutritional needs that a dog needs. Uh, it's high in sugar, kibble, because of being it has lots of carbohydrates. It's full of it becomes turns into sugar, and sugar is not good. The study has shown about 60 to 70% of a bag of kibble becomes it's basically sugar. So there is no point feeding dogs kibble if you are trying to feed a good food to your dog and you're still feeding kibble. My suggestion to you is to start adding as much as fresh food you can to the kibble that you're feeding. So what I mean by that is whatever fresh food you can afford, whatever it is. It's a piece of meat. It's a one egg, a little bit of vegetables that you are not try, you're not you don't like it. Your dog may like it. Whatever you can, just keep adding to your dog's kibble and remove the kibble consistent the amount that you're adding the fresh food from the bowl. And your goal should be eventually to turn that bowl completely to fresh food rather than kibble. So I suggest to feed as much as you can fresh food. And if you're looking for a good kibble, there is no good kibble. They're all processed the same way, no matter if you pay the cheap kibble or the most expensive kibble or the most well-known brand or less known brand, they're all the same. They have chemicals, preservatives in them that basically you can apparently if you ask the food companies, if I don't open this bag of kibble, how long would it last? They will tell you 20 years if you don't open it. And once you open the kibble bag, it starts to go rancid. And what that means is it gets more and more toxic every time you're opening that bag to feed your dog. So that also is something that you need to be considering and be aware of, that every time you open the bag, once you open the new bag, that's it. The oxidation's starting to happen. And every time that you close that bag and you open the bag, it gets more and more oxidated. And to the point that it becomes completely toxic. And what that causes that toxin to happen to your dog is that it causes a lot of health issues to develop and also including cancer. So I would not, I cannot suggest any kibble. What I suggest is fresh food, and um, if you have to feed kibble, try to add as much as fresh food you can to your dog's food. But otherwise, I would suggest to feed your dog raw diet or lightly cooked diet, cooked meat, and maybe even vegetables lightly cooked. I personally feed my dogs raw meat with raw vegetables, raw eggs. Everything is raw. Nothing is cooked. Um, yeah, you are very welcome. And Gene, thank you for being here. We're just about to end the show because that's about it. That's all the questions for the day, I think. Uh, if there are no other questions, we will end the session for today. Otherwise, I had a fun time being here. If you need to learn more about my method and my dog training system and my um, dog training services that I provide, please visit sarodogtraining.com. If you have any questions, leave those questions in the comments area or any of my videos. And if you want to become an educated dog lovers and have a healthy and happy, well-behaved dog, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the bell icon as well to get notified as soon as I post my next video or if I go live. And until next time, have fun with your dog.